This is still May 31st, 2026. When you realize, I, these people are just lying to you and they're conning you. And they're the human traffickers doing this. Where they made up a lie. Oh, that agent said she couldn't say anything or she wouldn't get her money. He passed it out to everyone. They had a judge sign it. Okay. That's where you take anything these people say and you write, what is the jail sentence for it? What is a jail sentence for an FBI agent if he tells an informant if they say something they won't get any money? It's 20 years. They won't get their informant money. It's 20 years. It's blackmail. And it's extortion, extortion out of government funds, crime against U.S. government, tampering with witness, obstruction justice. What is a jail sentence for an FBI agent? Tells an informant that if they say anything, no one will protect them. It's 20 to life. It's attempted murder. Severe abuse of authority, tampering with a witness, obstruction to justice. Think about this. What is a jail sentence for a judge to sign such a court order? 20 to life. Are not above criminal charges. They can't sign court orders like that. Where everybody said they couldn't, that it's illegal, it's federal crimes. What would be the jail sentence for a judge to sign over a informant's money to people that had drugged them and told them to say stuff, photoshopped them, in a scam? 20 to life. They can't sign it over. See, that's where these people are liars. In 2023, 2024, I was in North Canton. People really started turning on helping out with this. I don't understand anybody in their right mind. People asking people to harass somebody and stalk them, you know it's illegal. Why would you help out? Why? You go to jail, you know it's illegal. Why would you do it? See, that's where they guys in big trucks told people, we found out where they're getting their money that they're passing out. It's the blood money from the women and children they sold. The human traffickers are paying for this. And they got their money from the women and children they sold and that were killed by the human traffickers. It's blood money. It's covered in blood. You tell them we don't want their dirty money. When you realize they're passing out blood money of people they sold and murdered, and a lot of them were children, maybe you'll start realizing how not funny these people are. And that stupid lying bitch that I told you, the FBI warned me March 23rd, 23, Walmart 62. We told these people stay out of it. She's never hurt anyone, and nor has anybody ever seen anything. And it's some lady trying to make money out of this. You can't make money out of a drug scam of having people in stocking tapes. And drug confessions and having that victim being raped. You can't extort money out of a human trafficking victim that the human traffickers are running a con on. How dumb are you? That's where these people, that idiot woman, see, that's where she was with the Louisville police May 30th, 25, 1 o'clock in the morning outside my apartment. I heard talking. I looked outside. There's 2 squad cars. There was this lady standing outside. Said I was going to trick her out of a bunch of money. Do you realize, bitch, you confess to the cops you're an extortionist? Tricking somebody out of money is extortion. And I found out she knows surveillance laws. Okay? And I can't trick her. I'm tricking Dixie and Melissa to put their name on it. And she won't be around to find a law to help them. For them trying to get money out, and they'll go to jail. And she said the investigators found May 26, 25, Walmart 62 of the cartel admitting that this whole thing was a scam from the Freemasons and the dirty doctor not being one of hers. Works for them, and they had lied. The whole thing is a scam. The officer got out of the car. She mentioned Bill from the Freemasons. This whole thing's a scam. They found the original case. Her ex-husband hired 2 men on his own. One was saying he's an attorney, so it made it illegal. Officers like, no, it didn't. It made it worse illegal. What is a jail sentence for an attorney if a husband hires him to stalk his wife with buying cameras in their home without her knowledge or consent? Disbarment immediately, 5 to 20 years. What is a jail sentence for an attorney if a husband hires him to set up the buying cameras in a private home, stalking his wife without her knowledge or consent, has men break in, drug her for fake confessions, have her beaten, raped under drugs, tapes in bathroom, photoshops, washing in the shower in the other room, in a scam, up to life in federal? Nobody could be in my home. It's the Fourth Amendment. Policing agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements in a court order. Even the FBI would go to jail. President Nixon couldn't even bug an office. Watergate, remember? He was president. The police didn't know anything about it. Dave hired these men on his own. May 9th, 26, I'm in Myers, in Alliance. Investigators are by the front register. I'm tired of that so-called attorney for children. The guy said, I looked him up, I checked his credentials. He's no attorney. It's just some guy Dave hired on his own. They think it's his girlfriend's dad, ex-girlfriend's dad. It's that bad. Okay. So people started saying that lady was telling people she worked with the police. Even Officer Reinhardt told me when he showed up in like 21, 22. He said, I told him where they said they kicked into my door. They put up buying cameras. They were laughing at me in stores in front of people. They had photoshopped a shower scene in the other room. He started laughing. Don't worry about it. I had bruises. I was throwing up. I was infected. I thought it was a well water. I'd never seen or talked to anybody. They're lying. They have sodium pentothal reports, and they were having me drugged, beaten, raped. They were supposed to drug me up and told me to say weirdo stuff. He laughed. He said, don't worry about it. He said, I don't care what they say they got. I don't care what they say they did. I wouldn't even care if they had something on somebody. We could never use it. He said, it's the Fourth Amendment. He said, policing agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements in a court order. Not even the FBI could be in there. That agent had agreed to protect you and have statements of threat of life from everyone in that home. He had to have a court order too. Or even the FBI would go to jail for being in your home. Don't worry about it. Talk to a criminal attorney, police, prosecutor's office. It is the Fourth Amendment in the Constitution, and it even states no one else can take another individual's rights away. See, that's where the investigators had said years ago, as an occult, that church and them thought that her being a woman, she would have no rights. And they were wrong. And they could just harm her in any way they wanted. Okay? So, that, I told you I was in the Bell store in Magnolia. Now, that bitch lying to people, now she's working with the FBI. Now, that FBI, I'm working with that stupid lying bitch. Telling them, I'm working with the FBI. We know she was weird with herself. How do they say that with a straight face? It's a shower scene in the other room, done by a rapist, that Dave hired on his own to run a scam on me. Nobody knew about it. And it's because it's a cheap, mean-ass stunt. Okay? And they repeatedly admitted they photoshopped that. From March 1st to 3rd of 21 to after that, in 21, then May 12th, 22 at noon, May 26th, 22, they found tapes of them emitting a shower scene in the other room. They told Navarre, was it February or March of 22, that Pete ordered everything drugged, photoshopped, and made up on me. They made a frame of me March 24th, 22 on 1:30. December 1st, 25, Walmart 62. Let's see, how many other times? I mean, the first case, they admitted they photoshopped all their lies, raised people out of the room, where I had bruises before, throwing up ineffective. They were drugged, beating, raping me under drugs, and they were drugging me and telling me to say stuff. And they had photoshopped all their lies. By January 19, it was effeminate wipey above the toilet. They even told people that March 13th, 21, Mercy Medical, they told the doctor there that the only thing they actually had on her was simply brushing off water with clothes on. The guy said that. Six said, no, it's actually funny. She just simply brushed it off. They actually didn't have anything else. Simple action of just brushing something off. See, that's where investigators came up, well, you didn't expose yourself, you're good. See, that's where it's changed to a shower scene of washing yourself. The clips together, put her in a porn, it's not her, it's them. See, that's where, what was it? Was it May 26, 24, Myers, North Main? The police told people, it's ridiculous for anybody to insult her. She almost died to save children. They always knew she was drugged and told to say it before, and the tape of weird with yourself, it's nothing but photoshopped or washing in the shower, and the whole thing was a scam. And it's ridiculous for anybody to insult her. She almost died to save everyone. You know, that bitch today told that lady, a person like her, we made sure she didn't get no money out of this. Person like me, the one that it's ridiculous to ever insult, that almost died to save children. You're not good enough to meet me, bitch. Oh, we're working with the FBI. Nobody else say a word to her. We're just going to steal all our money. That's not how the law works, and you're not working with the FBI. You're scamming that lady, because you think she's a retard, a moron? Or are you looking to sell her or one of her family? Because you're serial killers doing this. You're nothing but fucking serial killers. So that's where, and you got to think, common sense. You know, people need to start looking at that lady and say, stop fucking lying to me. Because how would you know? Oh, an attorney was allowed to go. No attorneys can go allowed to be in anybody's home. It's the Fourth Amendment. I'm not stupid. What's your name? I got your plates. I'm going to report you to the police and the FBI. You're a human trafficker running a scam. Start screaming at her. Get away from me. You fucking scammer. You know, and then tell her. Say, you know, I heard you were taping in the bathroom and you sold kitty porn. A little kid's going potty, you fucking child molester. Put her in her place. You're nothing but a fucking scammer and a fucking extortionist. And you're lying to everybody, tricking them. See, that's where, we just won't say anything. We'll just steal everything from them. That's not how the FBI works. Because what does the 14th Amendment say? No money, no assets can be seized by due process of the law. Have to be found guilty and sued for it. And it also says no protection can be withheld from any U.S. citizen. It also says you have a right to privacy, Fourth Amendment, right to remain quiet, Fifth. Sixth Amendment, right to attorney and a fair and speedy court trial. Seventh Amendment, you have a right to a jury trial, not a judge signing stuff over. See, that's where no judge could sign my stuff over. They'd go to jail. They're lying to you. This whole thing, that's all they're doing is lying. I used to call them the Pinocchio group, the liar, liar, pants on fire cult. When you realize that. See, that's where May 9th, 26, in Myers, that one investigator said, I'm tired of playing with this extortion group. The drug dealers don't even show up anymore to get them. It's just an extortion group. They said, what was it? February or March of 22, Niagara Falls, it's a large extortion group. They're drugging people in their own homes, beating, raping them under drugs, and the person don't even know who they are, nor did they see them. These people admitted, as I walked by rooms, they'd reach out and jab me real quick with an injection. And where I'm like, ow, and by then they had already ducked back. I thought I got stung or bit by something. Go sit down, take a drink. The room goes dizzy and black. And hours later, come out with bruises, throwing up, infected, almost passing out. The only thing new to me is washing in orange well water. I thought it was toxic. Here, it just has iron and rust in it. And I'm blaming everything on that. Never seen or talked to rapists, preying on people in their home, human traffickers running a scam on me. That's where Officer Mark told people August of 23 on a Tuesday between noon and 1. It's documented, verified she was framed before. It was a drug cartel in her home before. We seen them. The drug cartel did this. They're scamming you to help. They're trying to get a case thrown out so the cartel that got arrested off of it gets released. Stop helping them. Thousands of people were taken and sold. Thousands died. They only got a handful back. These people are serial killers. They're child molesters. They sell women and children for sex slaves and to be murdered and for body parts. These people are serial killers. They're human traffickers. We put the nice name on the worst criminals. They ought to call them for what they are. And there ought to be stricter punishments for human trafficking because they kill people and they sell them. They should have the death penalty automatically. And then maybe people think twice of joining their groups. Making a profit of selling another human being for body parts, or a sex slave, or to be murdered. What if they took your loved one? See that lady down there lying? She thinks they're a bunch of fucking retards down there. We tell all your friends if they see her to scream stuff at her. People working with the FBI would not ask you to have people scream stuff at me. Start realizing it. She's conning you, trying to help. Help what? Get the case thrown out. No judge signed over my informant money. They can't. We had a judge's friend do it. No, they didn't. Because that judge would go to jail. Nor did a judge sign that I couldn't say anything or I wouldn't get my money or that no one could protect me. There's guidelines. It's for getting them information only and risking your life with the government. That's all they can put it in there for. They can't sign anything else. Protection, money, and immunity for helping them out. And hers, when we pulled in to Carl's old farm, he loves riding his tractor. He had grew up on that farm since he was 4. He's in his glory day of riding his tractor, mowing hay. That bitch is like, I was getting ready to call someone as tall as that was getting. It's called hay, honey. They're crops. You're supposed to let them get big. And I didn't think it was funny, him out riding around that tractor. His family should have got it. Why should they be able to threaten to kill him to take stuff from him? It wasn't theirs to take. They cannot threaten to kill him. They cannot threaten his life and steal from him. You lose everything. They were never entitled to it. See, that's where that Henry Moffey tells people, he's telling them that he'll steal everything for them. It wasn't theirs to get, nor can they take it by force in a hostile takeover. You go to jail for that. She's a thief and an extortionist. People need to start screaming at that idiot. She's nothing but a liar.